welcome into Getting Help from Uncle Sam. In this case, we have something really interesting. We have, and we're thrilled too,
Absolutely.
the Montgomery County Public School System. There was an election for the board.
Yes.
A little while back, and all of you cast a vote that let everybody know we needed a change, we wanted to make a difference. And we are so pleased today to have with us Clare Weil, who is the president of the Montgomery County Public School Board, and Claudia. We've had both of you before. Claudia Mitchell, you are right in her little footsteps as the vice, and with loads of experience, and two women who truly want to make a difference for our kids. So we're going to start out today on a very positive note.
Yes.
And change many times is really good. So you all have got a strategy. You've started out. What are you doing to make things different than what you found when you came in?
Well, first of all, thank you for having us here today.
You're welcome to be here anytime you want, because we realize education is the key to success.
Absolutely.
Well, and we are such believers in public education. You know, I'm a graduate of Lanier.
So am I.
And Claudia is
Harvard High School.
So
That's the Wolverine.
Notre Dame High School for boys.
But what has changed is, I think, the attitude. Let's start there.
Okay.
We have, it is, they say it is historic that we have an all-woman board.
Yes.
What I think is historic is the women that are on this board.
Amen.
I agree.
We have got 7 women who just are incredibly caring, incredibly focused on making it better. And that's, I mean, you know, I think that's very positive. And we've come together as a board very quickly. You know, there had been some discord. We don't have discord.
That's great.
We have a single mind. Now, we don't always agree, nor will we
That's
ever
supposed
always
to.
agree.
Yes.
But we are of one mind to make it better.
Well, I think that is something that you all determined you wanted to have from the beginning.
Yes.
And it is taking place, and it is a definite change for the better.
Yeah.
And Claudia, you are, for one, tell us a little bit quickly about your background. You're a teacher.
Yes, you know, I've been an educator my whole life. I think even when I was a little girl, I was an educator.
Good way to start.
You know, I went to Carver, ASU, majored in biology and chemistry, and taught science in the public school system for 28 years. I also wrote the curriculum and set up the Center for Advanced Technology magnet at BTW. So, and I have 3 children who all went through Montgomery Public Schools. So I've seen it, I've been there as a student, as a teacher, you know, as a parent, and as an educator. And I truly understand some of the ills that has gone on in the public school system. As a teacher, there were times when I said, why don't they listen to us? You know, we're in the we're on the battlefield.
That's
we're
right.
in the
That's the battlefield.
And we
is
truly
right.
understand, and everything that comes out doesn't necessarily fit our culture and the climate of our schools. So having teachers involved, you know, listening. You know, I say, you know, when I visit the schools, I say I'm on my listening, learning, and serving tour.
Wonderful.
You know, I'm not going to say anything. I want to hear. I want to hear what they're saying. You know, I can't legislate or govern from when I was a teacher.
Right.
Because times have changed, and we must prepare our students for the future.
I agree.
Great.
And that's where your background and
In
STEM, and
in
for our
science
audience,
and
so they know what
technology.
science.
Yes, science, math, and the arts and
STEM.
technology. We need to go with STEAM. The arts are also very important. You know, there's educational research that lets us know that when kids learn music and art and science, these are things that will keep them involved and wanting to come to school.
Amen. Forever.
Well, we're moving into a world of technology.
Yes.
We are shifting from the industrial age to the technological age, and there's no doubt about it.
Yep.
And our kids are going to have to be prepared to find jobs in the future. We want to prepare them for a good life.
You know, I just want to say one little thing, that my philosophy of education is that we go to school for two reasons: to learn how to think logically and solve problems,
Excellent.
and how to get along with people.
Excellent, because you can't do anything without a team.
Cannot do anything without those two things. So
Right.
every subject or everything that we do should point to those ends, teaching them how to think, because they're going to have to solve problems and make inventions that we can't even imagine.
You're right.
Yeah, you've had some great successes in the school system. Let our viewers know, because sometimes they think, ooh, everything is kind of a downer. There's a lot of uppers.
There's a lot of uppers. There are so many good things. And, you know, Claudia alluded to going into the schools, and I have been into schools. All of the board members are going into the schools for programs. There's been what I call a little uplift in the attitudes in the schools. But some of the programs they're doing, I know Claudia and I both went to, Lanier had a Harlem Renaissance. And these kids put together a program that included a wall of art that they had done, dancing, reciting poems, the choir sang. It was absolutely fabulous. And these kids, it reminded me, because Lanier was my alma mater,
Right.
and how much fun I had as a kid in school. These kids were having just as much fun and producing just as good of results. That's something that needs to be duplicated, but my gosh, there's schools where kids are writing books, they're winning robotics programs.
Now, we will have to ask you one question. There was a problem at Lee High School,
Yes.
and we're talking about safety in our schools, because parents will be concerned about that, and rightfully so. Do you know what steps are being taken to improve the safety aspect of our public schools?
Well, we're working very closely with Montgomery Police Department and the other divisions that are in tune to what's going on as far as crime, etc. You know, we got nothing if we don't have
There's not law and order.
the law and order and the sense that our children are safe in
Right.
school.
Right.
So there are some things that are a little bit undercover that are going on to address this,
Need to be.
and they have to be.
They need to be, yes.
You know, and I must give accolades to the teachers and the faculty and the principal during that situation. They were on point.
Yes,
there
they
have
were.
been drills, and the teachers sacrificed their lives, really not really knowing what was going on, but they were instrumental in getting the students to safety as quickly as possible. So, you know, training is key, you know, and cooperation, and we have that, and they did a beautiful job.
Well, ladies, we thank you. You're doing a fabulous job. Just keep up the good work. We do need to have parental and grandparent involvement. Get them involved, find out what's going on in the schools. And just remember this, it's your school system, it's for your children, your grandchildren. We can have the best right here in Montgomery. Be involved. And we'll be right back right after this.